I'd like to take you through the pages of one of the greatest stories in the Bible. It's a story about a man called Joseph. He was an unusual man, but his brothers did not like him. And they threw him in a pit, and then they decided to sell him into slavery. The story picks up in Genesis chapter 39, where Joseph was sold into Egypt, and he was working for a man named Potiphar. Let's read. Genesis 39, starting with verse 1. Now Joseph had been taken down into Egypt, and Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, a captain of the guard, an Egyptian, bought him from the Ishmaelites who had taken him down there. The Lord was with Joseph, and he was a successful man. And he was in the house of his master, the Egyptian. And his master saw that the Lord was with him, and that the Lord made all he did to prosper in his hand. So Joseph found favor in his sight and served him. Then he made him overseer of his house, and all that he had he put under his authority. So it was, from the time that he had made him overseer of his house, and all that he had, and that the Lord blessed the Egyptian's house for Joseph's sake. And the blessing of the Lord was on all that he had in the house and in the field. Thus he left all that he had in Joseph's hand, and he did not know what he had except for the bread which he ate. Now Joseph was handsome in form and in appearance. And it came to pass that these things that the master's wife, casting longing eyes on Joseph, and she said, "Lie with me." But he refused. And he said to his master's wife, "Look, my master does not know what is with me in this house, and he has committed all things he has to my hand. There is no one greater in this house than I, nor has he kept anything back from me but you, because you are his wife. How then can I do this great wickedness and sin against God?" So it was, as she spoke to Joseph day by day, that he did not heed her to lie down with her or to be with her. But it happened about this time, when Joseph went into the house to do his work, and none of the men of the house were inside, and then she caught hold of him by his garment, saying, "Lie with me." But he left his garment in her hand and fled and ran outside. And so it was, when she saw that he had left his garment in her hand and fled outside, that she called to the men of her house and spoke to them, saying, "See, he has brought in to us this Hebrew to mock us. And he came into me and to lie with me, and I cried out in a loud voice." And it happened, when he heard that I lifted up my voice and cried out, that he left his garment with me and had fled and went outside. So she went with his garment and kept it until the master came home. Then she spoke to him with words in these, saying, "The Hebrew servant whom you brought to us came in to me to mock me. So it happened, as I lifted up my voice and cried out, that he left his garment with me and fled outside." So it was, when his master heard these words, which his wife had spoken to him, saying, "Your servant did this to me after this manner," that his anger was aroused. And Joseph's master took him to put him into prison, a place where king's prisoners were confined. And he was there in prison. But the Lord was with Joseph, and showed him mercy, and gave him favor in the sight of the keeper of the prison. And the keeper of the prison committed to Joseph's hand all the prisoners who were in the prison. Whatever they did, it was his doing. The keeper of the prison did not look at anything that was under Joseph's authority, because the Lord was with him, and whatever he did, the Lord made it prosper. God add his blessing to the reading of his word.
Day in, day out, it's the same road we're walking down. Same job, same town, 'cause we've been told that's the way our world goes round. Walking on the grounds we've always known, stepping on the footprints in the snow. But when it melts, the other ways will show.